Okay. Garrus, of course, survived there, as it implies here. But yeah, they wouldn't make you do a whole recruitment mission just to have a dead guy at the end of it, especially one from the first game. Not very happy with my performance on that mission. Could definitely work on it. Might actually reload the save and play through a couple of times just to get back into the swing of things so I don't end up dying too much on the screen. But to be fair, I've never actually seen quite that many enemies on the underground part of the level. I mean, they just seem to keep coming and coming, especially on the third shutter. Still, quite fun, and we managed to pull through in the end.
Commander, we've done what we could for Garrus, but he took a bad hit. The doc's corrected with surgical procedures and some cybernetics. Best we can tell, he'll have full functionality, but...
Shepard?
Tough son of a bitch. Didn't think he'd be up yet.
Nobody would give me a mirror. How bad is it?
Hell, Garrus, you were always ugly. Slap some face paint on there and no one will even notice.
Oh, don't make me laugh. Damn it, my face is barely holding together as it is. Some women find facial scars attractive. Mind you, most of those women are Krogan. Frankly, I'm more worried about you. Cerberus, Shepard. You remember those sick experiments they were doing?
That's why I'm glad you're here, Garrus. If I'm walking into hell, I want someone I trust at my side.
You realize this plan has me walking into hell, too. Just like old times. I'm fit for duty whenever you need me, Shepard. I'll settle in and see what I can do with the forward batteries.
I want to get that armor checked out. Don't think it's as effective as it might otherwise be with a giant hole through it. Okay, let's check up on everything. Okay, we've talked to more than enough for now. Let's just review upgrades. Submachine gun damage, yes, definitely. That is a primary concern. Tech damage is good. Ship enhancements, a medbay upgrade. 50,000 platinum to heal our scars completely. Bit of a vanity, if you ask me. Okay. Let's just check on everyone. See how the ship's faring after those.
Ferris Fields. Any news on your brother?
He's gone. They're all gone. But we'll get them back.
Shepard and Lawson are on it. We'll get your brother back. And make sure the collectors pay for taking him.
Just Shepard, in fact. Lawson isn't the joint head of this operation. She answers to us. Surely.
Hey, Commander, we got Garrus back. That's great, because he was totally my favorite. With that pole up his ass.
I assume everything's going well up here?
We're just having an argument over personalization of my workspace.
Cerberus regulations are clear, Mr. Moreau. Personalization does not include grease on my bridge cameras.
It's just mad that all its footage of me looks like a dream sequence.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last. Zaid is like you, but takes checks. As long as it's not my money, we're good. No surprise, Morden acts superior to everyone, like he's got tenure at FU. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Okay, interesting to note that. Joker will offer insight into every squad mate that we go out with. So we might want to check in every now and again just to see what comments he has. Okay, Jacob.
Commander, can I help you with something?
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Sounds good. Have to say you run this ship tight, and we're getting things done. We keep on track and maybe we'll figure this out. I hope so. I'm not looking forward to the debrief if it all goes to hell. Is there something specific? Or are you just checking in?
And you gotta be careful, Jacob, because practically every response is flirting with him. Generally, renegade responses, the lower responses, mean being hostile and not flirting. But not in Jacob's case, so you got to be careful.
I heard you were big in the Alliance. Figured we have something in common.
I did some things that caught attention and stirred up the Citadel. That was after the Alliance put me on leave, though. Didn't drive a Mako through a relay or take down a Reaper, but you covered that.
What led you to Cerberus?
The Alliance sidelined me after Eden Prime. Ended up on a job with Miranda that Cerberus treated like an audition. And here I am.
You don't seem like a results at all costs kind of guy. Cerberus history doesn't bother you?
The Alliance is all politics. Somebody has to take down the bad people. Cerberus keeps that line, I'm on their side.
What was your proudest career moment?
The job I'm proudest of wasn't for the Alliance. Nobody really knows about it. A Batarian group was plotting to release a weaponized virus and kill the Council. Miranda and I stopped it.
We like him more already.
Strange that it wasn't bigger news.
The real work doesn't get publicized, you know that. They say it's better that people don't know how fragile the system is or how close the bad guys can get. So, it never happened. Like you and the Reaper. And that's why I'm here.
You make no apologies for doing what you had to. I admire that.
I couldn't go back to the Alliance, not after the cover-up. They did the same to you. General public never knew you were dead or heard the real story of the Citadel. Did you know they used you on recruitment ads? You were the human ideal for like 6 months. Then they replaced you with a composite image they invented. Guess you didn't focus test right. Perfect example of humanity, and they still dumped you.
Yeah. Up the bottom and top options are obviously flirting.
Way to boil it down, Jacob. I hope you keep a better attitude about our current mission.
Don't worry. This is exactly what I signed on for. If that's all, Commander, I'll get back to my duties. There's a lot to get ready.
Okay. He seems happy enough. Let's check our turn before talking to Kelly. Cerberus command request. Yeah. Simple mission. Rescue an operative or recover the intel he's carrying if he's dead. Worst people's anger and fear at Dr. Services Clinic. Yeah, this is Daniel thanking us for saving him. Let's talk to Kelly then.
Commander, how is our newest Turian crew member doing? His injuries looked painful.
He's a soldier. It'll take a lot more than that to keep him down.
There's something about him. I just want to hold him close and whisper, "It will be all right."
Leave him alone, he's mine! You can see I feel the same. You into aliens?
Are you attracted to other species?
Well, part of my job is predicting the motives and feelings of humans and aliens. Intimacy brings understanding. And passion is nice wherever you find it. Character matters, not race or gender. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Yeah, Kelly's going to have a few nice words to say about practically everyone we take on board. Going up to the captain's cabin before I forget to equip that visor. Planned to do it before we went to recruit Garrus, but I forgot. So I'll do it now. So, where are we? So helmets. Oh yes, visor. See, it doesn't really interfere, and 10% headshot damage is always welcome. So we can either have the Kestrel power pack, heavy weapon ammo capacity by 5%, or no legs. So we've got Kestrel. I prefer the look of the stimulated conduits, I think. And yeah, we can flip between just 4 outfits here, which is just smart casual, officer, space hillbilly, and medical officer. I'm going to stick to the smart casual, rather than not have it in Cerberus colours, but yeah, they used to, before the firepower pack came, not the firepower pack, before the Aegis pack came out, there used to be a coalesce.ini mod which let you wear a load of different casual clothes, but I haven't been able to get that working with the Kestrel pack installed. Now, brandy for the doctor, we'll save that for another time.
Did you hear? Another colony went missing. Ferris Fields. Ferris Fields. Didn't Hadley have a brother stationed there?
Yeah, he's taking it pretty hard.
Yep. Continuation of the conversation up top.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Sure. Just checking the weapon systems. You can never be too careful. I thought I'd seen every weapon in the galaxy in our fight against Saren. Mercenary work showed me otherwise. And now Cerberus rebuilds the Normandy with a few upgrades to boot. I wish we'd joined up with them sooner.
You sure you're okay working with Cerberus?
I can't exactly doubt your judgment. Not after I got my own squad killed.
What did your merc squad do? Didn't sound like you were available for hire.
You saw Omega. It was full of thugs kicking the helpless. I formed my team to kick back. We weren't mercenaries. At least nobody was paying us. We made money by taking down slavers, pirates, or gangs that went too far.
Doesn't sound like you made any friends with the gangs.
I got 3 separate merc bands to work together to take me down. My manager at CSEC would be impressed. It was simple. We'd hit their shipments, disrupt activities, get under their skin, make them angry. They'd come charging right into our well-prepared kill zone, crossfire and snipers, clean and surgical. They never stood a chance.
How'd you end up fighting mercenaries here on Omega?
I trained to become a Spectre after the Normandy was destroyed, but it didn't work out. Too much politicking at the Citadel. Nobody was willing to take risks. Omega was filled with criminals nobody else could touch. And there was no red tape to slow me down. It was a perfect fit. People here needed someone to believe in. Someone to stand up to the local thugs.
That explains how you started. How'd you end up with a squad?
Not too different from how you formed your squad to fight Saren, actually. You prove that you get things done, and people join up. Mercs who wanted to atone. Security consultants tired of playing by the rules. I gave them hope. And now they're dead. Shows what I know.
Tell me about your squad.
There were 12 of us, including me. Former military operatives, CSEC agents, the usual. Had a Solarian explosives expert. Pretty sure he'd spent time in the Special Tasks Group. My tech expert was a Batarian, believe it or not. Not the friendliest guy, but he could hack any system ever built.
Batarian, eh? A good Batarian. I'll have to see it to believe it.
How did those mercenary gangs take down your team?
It was my own damn fault. One of my people betrayed me. A Turian named Sidonis. He drew me away just before the mercs attacked my squad. Then he disappeared. Everyone except me is dead because of him. And because I didn't see it coming.
I'm not sure I understand. What happened exactly?
Sidonis asked for my help on a job. When I got to the meeting point, nobody was there. By the time I got back to our hideout, the mercs had killed all but 2 of my squad. And they didn't last long.
You sure it was a betrayal? Maybe they took Sidonis out first.
No. I'd put out feelers with some old contacts. He booked transport off Omega just before the attack. He also cleared out his private accounts before he left. He sold me out and ran.
Do you know where Sidonis is now?
No. His trail vanishes after he leaves Omega, but I'll keep hunting. I lost my whole team except for Sidonis. One day I'll find him and correct that. Thanks for coming by, Shepard. I've got some things to take care of.
Okay. Seems like he's pretty distracted with that. We'll have to see what we can do. R.E. Sidonis.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
Of course. I'm just finishing an operation report. I'm impressed, Shepard. So far things have gone exceptionally well. As Cerberus operations go, this is one of the best I've been a part of.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. Just remember who's in charge.
I know exactly who's in charge. I report to him regularly. I'm here, we're both here, because he wants it that way. Cerberus gave you a second chance, Commander. Maybe you should do the same for us.
Cerberus obviously has your loyalty. How did you get involved with them?
I suppose you've earned the right to know. Do you remember when I told you how I was genetically altered? Well, that wasn't my choice. My father created me. He's a very influential man and extremely controlling, He didn't want a daughter. He wanted a dynasty. I ran away as soon as I was old and brave enough. I went to Cerberus because I knew they could protect me.
How bad were the terms you and your father parted on?
Shots were fired.
You seem capable of defending yourself. Why did you need Cerberus?
My father invested a great deal in his dynasty. It wasn't a matter of just leaving. I knew he would continue to pursue his investments.
I assume that Cerberus approves of your enhanced abilities?
Of course. Cerberus fully endorses anything that advances the cause of humanity. Genetic alterations included. But unlike my father and his own selfish reasons, Cerberus and the Elusive Man believe in a greater good. They see the bigger picture, and I feel like I have a purpose here.
Who exactly is your father?
A businessman, but a very wealthy one. It's ironic, my father believed deeply in a human-positive agenda. He donated generously to Cerberus before I joined them. That's how I first heard about Cerberus, through my father's connections.
You've told me a lot about your father. What happened to your mother?
I never had one. Most of my genetic material is based on my father's tissue. His Y chromosome was altered with an amalgam of desired traits from various sources. How arrogant can you be? The man is completely egomaniacal. Just another reason I had to get away from him.
Yeah, it's quite the revelation.
Thanks for your time, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Anytime, Commander.
Okay. Well, the squad mate with personal issues. Noticing a pattern. That's why poor Jacob often gets ignored. Because not only does he have a very weak power set overall, but he's the most sane man on the ship. And as such doesn't have an interesting conflict going on. At least not one that's developed and explicitly shown. Now we can briefly check in with Zaid. Can't actually talk to him directly. You can see different surveillance here.
Hey, don't touch. That rifle's older than you are. I call it Jesse. That's my lucky charm. More men have been killed with that gun than died in the Skillian Blitz. The day I laid her to rest was the saddest day of my life. I give up every weapon I own for one more mission with that shitty old rifle.
Now why don't you just take it out, Zaid? Sure we could tinker with it a little.
Oh yeah, that's a model of the Verican. Turian frigate. Hell of a ship. I led a mission to bring that thing down from the inside with just 5 men and whatever guns we could bring. No chance of success, but we did it. Everyone died but me. So I made out like a bandit. My first impossible mission as an independent contractor. There's been many since, but nothing so goddamn sweet as watching that Turian warship crash planet-side.
Interesting. Garbage compactor. Eject garbage. And you can do this as many times as you want. So I'm going to dedicate a 20-minute video to it. Nah, I'll do that on my own time.
Beauty, isn't it? Pried that off the Krogan warlord, Kazak. Used to run the blood pack out of Omega about 17 years ago. Wasn't even a job. The guy just thought he'd hijack a freighter I was hitchhiking on. Big mistake. I goaded Kazak into one-on-one combat. Took out his legs, grabbed his gun, and killed every blood pack bastard in the room. That was the most beaten Krogan I've ever seen. Kept a helmet to remind me of that pained expression. Thinking about past missions. Got a minute? You might learn something. So you knew Archangel from before. Interesting. Knew a lot of men taking jobs to kill the son of a bitch. I never saw the point. You and I wanted the same thing. A whole lot of mercs dead. Hell of a sniper, though. And he kept himself alive with all the mercs in Omega after him. That ain't easy. I was trying to remember how many Cerberus operatives I've killed. Lost track around 50.
Huh.
Guess your elusive man's big on forgiveness. I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
Yeah, Zaid has a whole bunch of stories. You can't actually converse with him, but still still interesting to listen to nonetheless. Could give the TB6 FBA couplings, whatever they're called, to Ken and Gabby, but I'm going to save giving stuff to the crew until another time. So, having recruited Mordin, the head scientist, so that we can develop counter-collector technology, and Garrus, almost by accident, so we have a little more firepower and expertise on the team, we can rest easy that we are actually accomplishing things. And next time we'll be heading to the Citadel to check in with Anderson, as well as picking up a couple of rather unstable squad mates. So hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you then.